this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add a frequently asked questions section to your page, also known as an FAQ or just a FAQ. So, starting from the pages, we're going to choose the page that we want to add the FAQ. Click on Page Builder. Let's scroll down to the bottom here, and let's add in our FAQ below these numbered list and this blank space at the bottom. I'm going to move my talking head over to the side out of the way. Click the plus, and instead of scrolling down to search for it, we're just going to type in FAQ to find it right away. Click and drag that module right in there, let go, open it up, and there we have it there. So it opens up, it comes pre-populated with a few sample questions. You're going to want to change these, so you can click this button to edit. First question, there's the question or the title, and here in the content is the answer. I've copied and pasted some sample text. This just nonsense text here just simulates a paragraph without actually saying anything. So there we go, and there's our first one. And you can go through and edit the rest of them. I'm not going to go through each one. However, I will show you these buttons here. This one you can click and drag. Let's change the order. So let's bring this one up to the top. So we've changed the order now, and you can see that update on the side there. And we can also duplicate using this button here. So now I've duplicated, and we have 4 total, and the X to delete. I'll give you a confirmation. Click OK or cancel. Perfect. Okay, so let's just take a look at how that looks so far. Let's save, and we'll preview. You can either press P for the shortcut or go through the menu like I just did. Either one is fine. Let's get down here now to the bottom. Okay, so here's our FAQ we just added. You can see its behavior by default is to have the first question open, and we're going to go into the settings and change that. Another setting that we can change is whether it lets you open all of them, or when you click open a new one, it closes all the other ones. So we're going to change both those settings. You can have it to be whatever you want. I just want to show you where they are. Coming into here, so I've clicked on the box to edit this. I could have also clicked on the wrench. Both will open up this settings box. Now I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to skip this schema markup. This is if you want these to have a better chance of showing up in Google. You can mark yes, and it'll put some code in the background for that. If you're looking to rank your page for SEO, that's something that you can do there. Settings is what I was mentioning before. Inactive other items was yes. So when you're clicking on one of them, you can only have one open at a time if you have yes. If you click no, then you can open all of the questions at the same time. So you can set that to whatever you want. And expand first item, that was the one that I said first. You can see by default, the first one is open. Let's choose no. So that one is closed. They're all closed when a person lands on the page. There we go. And the last thing I'll show you here is the layout. Right now this is in accordion mode, and we can also change it to grid mode. So it'll be a series of boxes instead, like that, where you have the question title and then the content underneath. Let's put it back to the accordion for now. Let's check out some of the fun stuff in style. So you got the text color here, where if you have a color preset, you can open that up here, and let's use this color. Is that maybe that's not dark enough, so let's use this one. Cool. There's this is for a hover color, and you need to use preview mode to see the hovers. And background color we can change here. You can click and drag it to be whatever you want, and it'll update there in the background. So let's just change that to slightly different gray. Item spacing will be the spacing between each question. So right now it's 10, and I'm going to bump that way up to 50 just to show what it's changing. So let's say we want it just to be a little bit bigger. Let's put it to 20. It's good. padding. You can play with the padding around all the text there and the boxes. Border and other questions. Okay, so let's get into the answers. That's the text that'll be inside the questions answered, and so on. Icon, these symbols to the side. It'll be a plus when it's closed and a minus to close it after it's been opened. You can click replace, and you have a whole bunch of options here of icons, and you can scroll through, or you can search for something specific if you have something in mind. I'm just going to click cancel over here because plus and minus, that basically makes sense, so we'll leave that as is. And the icon size you can change as well, so whatever size we want to make that. Let's just leave it at what it was by default. It's pretty good. Okay, so let's go to the typography. This will be similar to other parts of the page builder if you've seen those tutorials. You can change what heading it is, and these settings will come from the visual customizer, or you can change the typography manually here and change the font, the bold weight, the size, etc. Same for the answers. You can change the typography here. And that's it. Maybe let's check out what's in advanced. It says margin spacing, the spacing around this module, and this advanced stuff is whether it shows up on mobile or not. Animations are fun, so let's put one on there. Let's have it fade in from the left. There's a good preview of that. And we'll have the last 2 seconds, so it takes us a little bit longer. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's have it do something a little bit more fancy. There we go, a little pulse. We'll have that last 1 second instead. Cool. All right, we shall save. We're going to preview it by pressing P, or going to the menu and going preview. Down to the bottom, you can see other animations appearing in, fading in, and then we get to our last one, and it fades out there. Or it pulses in, there we go. And here you can see we can now open all of them if we want, because that was a setting that we set. And the colors changed. Okay, finish editing. One last thing that's always good to do is, I should have just stayed on the preview to check this out, is to see how it looks on mobile as well. So let's scroll back down. So this is desktop, tablet, and mobile. Always good to check that out. So there on mobile, let's open that up. It's a little bit longer, but that's fine on mobile. You just got to scroll to read, and that looks fine. Okay, so we're done, and we're going to save. When you're all done and you want to save and exit, click Publish. It'll save. It'll exit the page builder and show you what the page looks like on the front end. On the front end, how the customer sees it. But you know that you're still logged in because it has this admin toolbar at the top. So that's how you add an FAQ to your webpage. If you have any trouble doing this, just click the support button up here and send us a message, tell you what's giving you any trouble, and me or my team will get back to you and help you out with that.